This is to be a persuasive speech or an argumentative speech. So let me use this example here of the thesis statement that was just offered. Hip-hop and the development of it. There has to be something that he is trying to promote. And the promote is that it is a valid or important genre in the 21st century. That is what he's trying to convince me of. Don't dismiss hip-hop. There is value to it, and it's valuable because of the lifestyle influence and because of the testimonies of the artists, or because of the maybe the ethnic influence within American society. You determine what those parts are, okay? So when you go to put this thesis into place, here's what could happen within this paper, you guys, okay? You have your first paragraph, which is your intro. And that's going to be one paragraph. And then for this particular paper, what this student is going to do is he's going to, let's just say, he's going to talk first of all about the development of it, okay? How it developed. And as he's been looking through his articles, he has found really good information, a lot of good information regarding this. And so he could write an easy 4 paragraphs on the development. That would be an easy thing for him to do. And then he wants to argue again that it is an influence on lifestyle. And he might go outside of America regarding hip-hop, right? He might talk about within America, then he might talk about North America, and then he might talk about worldwide. And as he's doing his research, he's recognizing, you know what, that lifestyle that has had a strong influence, not just within one ethnic group, but more widely within a lot of ethnic groups, he can do an easy 5 paragraphs on that. Okay, that's easy. Then he wants to talk about the artists, and there's 3 primary artists that he thinks, I think I can highlight these 3 artists. And so he's going to do a paragraph on each of those artists. Now, the question is there a counter-argument? Is there another side to this paper? Is there someone who would argue differently? I think so. So I'm going to say that he has a counter-argument. He needs to give me that counter-argument here. There's some within the society who would say it is not a valid genre because of this and because of that. He's got to address it, and he has to find an article for it. But he will end with and conclude with, however, even though there are some who say this, my argument still stands strong, and he concludes with that strong argument. And that's 1 paragraph. Now, this paper total needs to be aiming for around 11 paragraphs. Some of you will write short little paragraphs, and you'll need to make it maybe 15. Some of you will write big long paragraphs, and you might be able to get away with 8 or 9. But I usually find for this paper, think about 11 paragraphs. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This student would go at this point, oh my gosh, I've got like an 8 or 10 page paper. Do I need to say all of this? He will decide that maybe he won't address the artists. Or he might decide that regarding lifestyle, you know what, I'm really stretching it to do 5. I think I can reduce that down to 2. And I think that I can do that. You guys play with these numbers, but understand that in the end, you want a paper that's around 11 paragraphs. And if you're finding you're coming short with those paragraphs, find some more sources to develop those paragraphs. Now, one other thing I need to tell you is that the parts within that thesis statement we just looked at, this is part 1, this is part 2, and this is part 3. Those parts become your sections inside of your paper. Okay? No longer are you doing 1 paragraph for 1 part, another paragraph for another part. You might be doing a couple paragraphs for 1 part, and then just a few for another, and then maybe a few more for the third. Think of those parts as sections of your paper.